Hey, Sky, what's up?
Hi, how are you doing?
Fantastic. How are you?
I am living the dream, as we say
Aren't
that.
we all? I actually am, though, so I can't really say that. What's up?
My question is, should I tell my significant other about my expunged DUI?
Why wouldn't you?
It's just something I have a lot of shame and embarrassment about.
Tell me about your significant other.
I've been with him for about a year and a half. We are actually planning on getting engaged in the next 4 months and then hopefully get married in the next 3. But he's a wonderful guy. He works in sales.
Is he going to leave you?
No, I don't think so.
There's got to be something deeper than this. What's deeper than this?
I guess I just don't want to look bad in front of him or bad to him. I feel like I've been just about very successful in every other part of my life except for this one incident.
Why would you think you were... Man, you're hinging a lot on this. What happened with the DUI? Tell me about it.
It was right after I turned 21. Essentially just got margaritas with friends and was speeding through a town and got pulled over. But it costed thousands of dollars, and it put a lot of strain on my job as well because you can't really get a DUI and work in healthcare.
Right. Did you let go from your job? Or did you get let go from your job, or did they keep you on?
No, they kept me on, but I was on like a very high probation.
Okay. Have you drank and drive? Have you been drinking and driving since?
No, I don't really drink anymore.
Okay. How old are you now?
27.
Okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, I feel like just like giving you a high five right now. Or if you were here, I'd ask you if I could give you a hug. It feels like there's something more to this, but I'm going to trust you that there's not. I need you to forgive Sky and get on about your life. Are you embarrassed about this?
Yeah.
Are you ashamed about this?
Yes.
Do you feel guilty about it?
It's something that has killed, millions or thousands of people.
Yeah.
So.
And you're a 21-year-old moron, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was too. Everyone I know was not very wise at 21. Did you kill anybody?
No.
Did you learn your lesson?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to write Sky, 21-year-old Sky, a letter and tell her you forgive her. Because you're still beating up that kid. Yes, that kid's an adult. And by the way, yes, drinking and driving is terrible, awful. We all know that. But you gotta forgive that 21-year-old kid, because your disdain for that kid, your disgust and shame and anger at that 21-year-old is wreaking havoc on your 27-year-old life. It's going to cause an issue in the relationship that might be your last romantic relationship of your lifetime, right?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah. I think you write 21-year-old Sky a letter and tell her I'm forgiving you and I'm moving on. And then I think, yes, I absolutely believe with all my heart that secrets destroy relationships. And that you go like a deep shame that you're carrying around. The person you love can feel that, and often they blame themselves for it. If they wonder what they're doing wrong that they can't get close. And so, yes, I absolutely think you should tell them. And I think you should tell them exactly what you told me. I'm embarrassed. I haven't told you this stuff because I'm so ashamed about it, and I'm working on forgiving myself, but it's time.
That sounds like a good plan.
Is there anything else that you're hiding from him?
No.
Tell me about the emotion you're feeling.
I mean, it's mostly just embarrassment, but
Do you know the difference between guilt and shame?
no,
Have you heard me talk about it?
I don't
Guilt
believe
is,
so.
and I've got this from the great Brene Brown. Guilt is the sentiment, the idea that I feel bad for something I did. Shame is I am bad. And one of those is like carrying like when you got arrested for DUI and you had to go to court, you had to pay $10,000 or whatever it is was at the time for you, and you had to sit down with your boss and go through the whole story, and they were embarrassed and ashamed for you and angry and put you on a performance plan. And at 21, you're living under a performance plan. You almost lost your job. It almost cost you everything. And then the realization, oh, you could have killed somebody. That's like the world. You put out your arms and the world stacked 3 cinder blocks across your hands and you're struggling to carry them. That's guilt, that feeling, that weight. Shame is you taking those bricks and putting them in a backpack and deciding, I'm going to carry these for the rest of my life because this is now who I am. Are you a good friend now?
Yeah, I am.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
Are you a good nurse?
I try my best.
What kind of setting are you a nurse in?
Emergency trauma.
Is the Sky that shows up and sits with hurting moms and dads and Sky who shows up and gets covered in blood and other junk while trying to save somebody's life? Is that Sky pretty amazing?
I would say so.
I think so. But I want you to start believing that. I want you to actually go with your boyfriend after you tell him and say, hey, this goofball on the radio, on the podcast told me that I needed to do this exercise. Will you come with me? And I want you guys to go on a hike, and I want you to go get a cinder block or a brick or something heavy, and you can go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy it, and I want you to put a piece of duct tape on it, and I want you to write in a Sharpie on that duct tape, the time I got a DUI. And I want you to carry it around for a while on the walk together until it's so heavy you can't carry it anymore. And then I want you to throw it on the ground and leave it and tear off that tape, wad the tape up and throw it in the nearest trash can and never pick that thing up again. And when it pops into your head, when it pops into your chest, I want you to say to yourself out loud, I set that down. And you're just going to have to practice over the next couple of years. When it tries to get your attention and rattle your cage a little bit, oh yeah, remember? Oh yeah, remember? And you'll probably have a licensure exam, or you'll probably have another job application that you'll have to fill out, and it will come up again. You can look at that question, have you ever been convicted? And you'll have to say, oh, I set that down. Yes, I have. Did this, this, and this, and then we're moving on. Either that, or you're going to decide, nope, I'm going to keep carrying all this stuff, all these bricks, and I'm going to go ahead and ruin every relationship, and I'm going to ruin my own health and emotional well-being for the foreseeable future because I just can't set this stuff down. You tired of carrying it?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, let's be done. It's not your identity. You're a 21-year-old knucklehead that made a mistake, and thank God nobody got hurt. And unlike most 21-year-olds, you seem to have learned from it incredibly and gone on to make an amazing life for yourself and an amazing life for yourself in the service of other people. Good for you. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Before we leave, can you just say, I'm proud of Sky too?
I'm proud of Sky too.
And I'm going to set this down.
And I'm going to set this down.
Good for you. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for calling. I know I made it sound super simple, and in a way it's not, but in a way it really is. It's a choice. I'm not going to carry this anymore because carrying it will do nothing. It will not go back and undo the DUI. And let's say you'd hit somebody. Carrying it right now wouldn't go back and undo that. You would just have to live into the future and say, okay, what am I going to be about moving forward? in light of what I have done in the past. And to answer your original question, for everybody listening, secrets will kill your relationships. They'll kill your marriages. They'll kill your workplace. They'll just kill you. So if it's at all appropriate, yeah, tell people. Especially tell people you love. You don't want to meet people like, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so, I'm so-and-so. Guess what? I got a DUI. Don't lead like that, but it's time. It's long past time, and I think you know that. But it's time to sit down and say, I'm ashamed. I screwed up when I was 21. I'm embarrassed, and I've been embarrassed to tell you. But one time I got a DUI. He's probably going to be so stunned because of the person you've become. He'll be like, what? And he might say, hey, I feel like you lied to me. And you could say, I didn't lie to you, but man, I sure was embarrassed to tell you. I've kept it from you. So you're right on that. But he may say what I would say, which is, man, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you didn't hurt anybody. And that makes a lot of sense now as to why you're such a careful driver and why you don't drink anymore. Good for you. Sky, hang on the line. I'm going to send you a copy of Own Your Past, Change Your Future. It's my book about healing from some of those past mistakes, those things that happened to us, those things that we did, and how to navigate that track moving forward. You're on the right path, but today is your first day of freedom. I'm not carrying this anymore. Thanks for the call, Sky. You're awesome.